Hi everybody, Patrick over at Petrie Ford. Got something special today, 2019 Ford Mustang GT Bullitt. We just got it in and we just sold it very quickly. They're made in limited production numbers. Obviously it's a throwback to the Bullitt movie from the 60s with the iconic chase scene with a Highland Green Mustang driven by Steve McQueen and some baddies in a black Charger. So this is a throwback to it. This is the third time Ford has come out with a special edition Bullitt. Ford Africandos could tell me better. If I remember correctly, the 03 and 08 years were when they came out. Basically though, what we're looking at is a brand new version of that. It is a GT, it's a premium pack, top of the line, and I believe it also has the GT Performance Pack 2 that's in it as well. I'll briefly go over that. I'll talk about the changes from 2018 to 2019 in GTs in general, and of course what makes the Bullitt so unique. So like I said, it is a throwback to the 1968 Bullitt that's featured in the movie. And all the styling cues come directly from that particular Mustang, which has become very synonymous with Steve McQueen. So what we're looking at obviously is a blacked out grille, emblems removed, nice big openings. The rims themselves, again, kind of a throwback. The style, I mean, the style is like Krager style rims. Kragers were kind of like mag wheels that you could get for muscle cars back in the day. No doubt you'd see them still to this day at car shows and whatnot. You can see the big brake calipers, has the Brembo brake package on it, part of the track pack that the vehicle has. It includes K-braces, strut tower, stabilizers and everything, so pretty serious machine. I missed the big lip spoiler, we'll show that as well. A faux gas cap, obviously the gas cap's not at the back anymore like it used to be, but it's a throwback. And for the grammar police, that is how you spell bullet as far as Ford is concerned. This particular, the Bullitt in itself has 20 more horsepower, 480 horsepower. Regular GTs have 460. You can take a look, they put the aggressive lip spoiler on the front as well. Check out another video I just uploaded recently on the Roush Mustang we have. Not quite as aggressive lip spoiler, but just a slightly bigger one than a stock one on this one here. The lip spoiler on the Roush is crazy. So polished lips on the rims. Likewise the chrome trim on the windows. That's kind of period correct. That's how it was back in the day on the old 68 Mustang that was featured in the movie. Pretty standard rear end though. Let's go inside. I've got some vehicle information documents that will help us kind of put this all together. But what we see here, and obviously this is just a cellophane, but we'll let the owner take that off. We'll get that ready for them. But Bullitt sill plate. We've got the billet pedals as well. Billet, I didn't say bullet, that's a billet. Nice touch on the green embroidery for the Recaro upgraded seats. In my opinion, the best seats to have on a wicked car like this. So let's get inside here. Oh, I think a short person drove this before me. So things we notice, obviously we have the Bullitt insignia on your steering wheel. Classic white shifter knob, a la Bullitt style. Again, the nice Recaro seats, the green trim. Other touches that you wouldn't necessarily notice unless you were told is if you take a look at the trim stitching here. It's also in Highland Green. So subtle touches that add to the allure of the car. We see the aluminum look for the dash trim. Likewise, the gauges, that's part of the track pack. Got your Bullitt dash plaque as well with the production number. And here, I'll start her up here. It's got the, since it's the premium, we've got the fancy 8-inch dash. Make sure she's not in gear. There we go. So, I mean, you can customize the... Oh, let's turn the radio off here. You can customize the dash, obviously, as you see fit, with the different modes they have. But, oh, sorry, guys. It's super hot in here. I'm just going to turn the temperature down, turn the fan on a second. But I'll just roll through it. So I mean, if I go through the drive types here, so there's normal, sport, kind of fancy, sport plus, track. You can customize colors. You can have the track dash look on like normal, for example. You can customize that. Likewise, it's got customized tuning exhaust. So you basically you can set a timer on the exhaust. If you leave your house at 7 in the morning for work, you can have your exhaust go from quiet mode automatically into kind of like race mode or track mode. So baffles open at like 7:15 when you're outside of your neighborhood. Really cool things like that. Actually, a Ford engineer got pulled over, and his moment of eureka for this feature was just the situation around him getting pulled over with a loud Mustang. So kind of a neat story around that. There's lots of articles around if you guys ever want to read up. But I mean, as far as aestheticals go, I mean, that's it. Everything else is in the performance, the packages, the features, the options. So why don't we just dig into it here? All right, so this is kind of like basic training material. Feel free to pause it to go over exactly here. But this is new for 2019. What's highlighted is just the Bullitt stuff, but this is what's new for all Mustangs in general. So I mean, rev matching added to the 5-liter manual transmission. In my opinion, that's probably the biggest upgrade that that Ford put on the 2019s. The rev matching is pretty neat. The performance package level 2, there was always kind of like a track pack. I guess they're just kind of formalizing the naming nomenclature on that. Active valve performance exhaust, that's what I just explained with the timing. It's now available on the EcoBoost 101A package, so the middle tier EcoBoost. New wheels, new colors, color deletes. The California Special packages, that's pretty much this side of the page. That's pretty in-depth. Looks like they changed the California Special around a little bit. But beyond that, the only other feature is the shaker audio system has been replaced with the Bang & Olufsen. So I mean, that's an improvement in itself. Bang & Olufsen, some high-end audio equipment. Very nice to have that. So not a lot of changes. The rev matching, in my opinion, is the biggest. This is just some Bullitt information. So 480 horsepower, 420 foot-pounds of torque, 87 millimeter throttle body. So if I remember correctly, it's an 80 millimeter stock on the stock GT. So 87 millimeter throttle body. And if you see here, modified GT350 intake manifold, that's kit and caboodle. So basically, they're using GT350 air intake to up your horsepower by 20 over the stock. Active valve performance exhaust system, I explained that. Open air induction system, basically all that means is open air induction system. They're blocking off the air that the intake pulls into the engine. So instead of using engine bay air, it shields itself from the rest of the engine bay and pulls air in from underneath the bumper and uses fresh air or cooler air than what's already in the engine bay. So obviously the colder or denser the air, the better power the machine makes. So Bullitt electronics package, I'll let you guys pause on that. This isn't any earth-shattering stuff. This is kind of the normal consumer style, let's call it like audio equipment explanations. Recaro seats are an option. That's one of the only options, actually. Now here's where it gets interesting. It says here on the Bullitt we've got 19 by 9 front, 19 by 9.5 rear. That being said, this has the performance package, the level 2 performance package. So the level 2 performance package says it's 11-inch wide front tires and 11.5 wide rear. This has every option that the performance package level 2 has. And I'm wondering, did Ford do this on purpose or is this a typo? I think the easier answer is it's a typo and it should be 11 and 11.5, but perhaps it's not a typo and this has a modified level 2 performance package. Not sure. The 5-liter fender badges have been removed, and those are stapled into the fender. They're not glued on, so as minor of an adjustment as that seems, they come pre-fabbed with the holes, so that's kind of special. It's neat. People that try and shave those off are... as soon as they take it off, they see a gaping hole and they have to fill it in. They have to paint it. It's quite an undertaking. So to have that flush is kind of neat. That's just kind of normal stuff. Nothing we haven't gone over already. You can see my notes here. So the Brembo 6-piston calipers, it's a 15-inch front, 13-inch rear. The gauge pack, that's part of the performance pack. So we got 2 extra gauges here. So we got oil pressure and your engine vacuum. And of course you got a plethora of gauges as an option in here as well. G's, lateral G's times your quarter miles. G's, you can do your brake stands with your line lock, launch control, all the fun stuff. So heavy duty front springs, high performance radiator. So that's actually in addition to the normal GTs, the high performance radiator as well. Increased top speed, not practical for normal people on normal roads, despite what the people in the comments say. And of course, this is the MagneRide damping system is actually the suspension that's on the GT350. It's electromagnetic suspension. Very cool stuff. Very high-end technology, now available on normal GTs as well as the Bullitt. But all of these features here that I've kind of zoomed in on, these are all part of the Performance Pack Level 2. Okay. And so there we go. So just the last of the cosmetic options. Now, here's a little bit of trivia. In 1968, Ford changed the steering wheel from 67 to 68. Steve McQueen hated the 1968 Ford steering wheel, so he sourced, excuse me, a 1967 Shelby GT350 steering wheel for his custom-built Bullitt Mustang. And I mean, I get it, it's branded, it looks cool and all, but you know what's cooler? The GT350 steering wheel. It has Alcantara material around the sides. It's got the the angle color strip at the top. I think it's a little bit flatter at the bottom as well. And then for the most part, this stuff kind of stays the same. But it's got the big Cobra here. I think, you know what? If you want to stay true and pay a true homage to the Bullitt Mustang, get a GT350 steering wheel. Ford, that's my recommendation. Next, Bullitt GT350 steering wheel. But that's me. All right, guys, so like I said, we just got it in. One of our best customers came in and just bought it. Thanks, John. All right. So stay tuned, everybody. We're going to get some more Roush vehicles up on our YouTube channel. We've got a few trucks to do yet to come. Mustang's coming soon. Super Duty 250 coming, Roush styles. So stay tuned for those. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I try and give you the good content. I'm going to be doing a video of every single 2019 that hits the lot. This is one of the first. The new Edges are not out yet, but I do have a video of one that we had on our lot for a very limited period of time. Check that out too. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great day.